What if I told you that your dog actually chose you? Not by chance or accident, but purposefully across lifetimes. What if the bond you share with your beloved companion transcends mere emotional attachment, revealing something far more profound? It is a connection that even death cannot sever. In 1933, a woman known as Mrs. 268 sat before Edgar Cayce, the 20th century's most documented psychic, to ask a question that had haunted her for years. She wanted to know about her little dog, Mona. Where had they met before? Had they shared a past life? Cayce's answer shocked everyone in the room. A lion, he said calmly. She was a lion. Her tiny, beloved pet, the one who curled up at her feet each night, had once been a fierce lioness in ancient Rome. And not just any lioness, but one that had fought in the Colosseum, one that had faced her husband in mortal combat as Christians were thrown to the beasts. Now pause for a moment and let that sink in. What does this reveal about the true essence of animal souls? What does it suggest about their journey after death, or the deep, everlasting bond you share with the furry companion who welcomes you at the door every day? Today, we will delve into one of the most captivating and deeply moving topics found within Edgar Cayce's readings. What truly happens to your dog after they pass away? I assure you, by the conclusion of this video, you will never look at your pet the same way again. It is the question everyone inevitably asks. If you have ever lost a beloved pet, you understand the grief that follows. It is the vacant spot by the door where they once waited for you. It is the hollow silence where their breathing used to fill the room. It is reaching down to pet them, only to find nothing but air. And in that moment of profound loss, a question surfaces from the deepest part of your soul. Where did they go? Are they still somewhere? Will I ever see them again? For centuries, mainstream religion provided little solace to those mourning their animal companions. The established stance was uncompromising. Animals lack souls, cannot enter heaven, and simply cease to exist at death. Yet Edgar Cayce's readings reveal a radically different narrative, one that begins with a fundamental truth about the nature of all life. According to Cayce, absolutely everything in existence is a manifestation of the divine projecting itself into physical form. In one of his most profound readings, he explained how spirit infused into matter, manifesting in our three-dimensional world as the kingdoms of the earth, the mineral, the vegetable, and the animal. Did you fully grasp that? The entire animal kingdom, including your dog, your cat, and every creature that walks, swims, or flies, is spirit made tangible. They are not merely soulless biological machines. They are living expressions of the divine, exactly as you are. But here is where it becomes truly fascinating. According to Cayce, while animals possess a spiritual nature, an animating life essence, there is one fundamental difference between human and animal souls. This does not mean animals are lesser beings or spiritually inferior to humanity. Rather, the distinction rests upon a single element: free will. In reading 9091, Cayce explicitly stated, "The will is that factor which makes man different from the rest of the animal kingdom." What exactly does this mean? This implies that while humans can choose to rebel against their maker, violate sacred laws, and stray from the divine source, animals cannot. They exist in flawless alignment with the forces of creation, incapable of sinning as humans do. Reflect on that for a moment. In its unblemished innocence, your dog dwells closer to spiritual harmony than most humans ever achieve. Every wag of its tail, every display of unconditional love, every moment of sheer delight in simply being alive. These are the expressions of a soul in perfect harmony with its creator. Furthermore, this innocence and purity do not simply vanish upon their final breath. The journey endures. Now let us address the question directly. Do animals continue to exist after passing? According to the Cayce readings, the answer is an unequivocal yes. In the specific readings concerning little Mona the dog, who had once been a lioness, Cayce made it absolutely clear that the lives of animals carry on after death. They do not simply vanish from existence. Their spirit, their essence, and their love all endure. Yet it goes even deeper than that. Cayce revealed that animals also reincarnate. They return to physical form time and time again, exactly as human souls do. And here is the revelation that will make your heart swell with hope. They tend to remain with specific soul groups. Let me say that once more. because I want you to truly hear it. Animals remain with their soul groups just as human souls journey together through incarnations, meeting as lovers in one life, as parent and child in another, and as friends in yet another. Animals do the same. That dog who seems to understand you like no one else ever has, and that cat who appeared in your life at the exact moment you needed comfort, they may have been with you before, many lifetimes before. The woman who asked Cayce about Mona wasn't simply curious about her pet's past life. During her own reading, the niece also asked about Mona. Cayce revealed that the niece had known Mona as well. During that same Roman experience, a 16-year-old girl in a separate reading was informed that her current pet had accompanied her in an Egyptian incarnation. Do you see the pattern forming here? These are not random connections. These are soul contracts, sacred pacts formed between devoted spirits who choose to journey together, finding one another again and again across the vast expanse of time. If this resonates with you, if you have ever felt an inexplicable sense of recognition when first meeting an animal, I would love to hear about it in the comments. Have you ever gazed into a pet's eyes and felt as though you were looking at an old friend? These stories truly matter. They help us all grasp the profound nature of these bonds. Now let me share a detail that many find deeply comforting. When Cayce was asked whether Mona would remain a dog in her future incarnations, his response was fascinating. He stated, "No, that depends on the environment and circumstances." The very soul that was once a ferocious lioness had already evolved into a small, gentle companion dog. Who knows what physical form she might assume in lifetimes to come? Yet here is what remained constant. She remained with her people. Her form altered and her species changed, yet their bond of love proved eternal. This reflects the nature of animal souls. Now, I want to delve deeper into what Cayce revealed about the true essence of animal consciousness. When asked if a reading could be obtained for Mona the dog, Cayce offered one of his most intriguing responses. He confirmed that it could be done, but with a catch. It may not be understood, he cautioned, unless you learn dog language. At first glance, this appears to be a touch of Cayce's renowned humor. He was famous for his wit, even during deep trance states. Yet I believe profound wisdom lies hidden within this playful answer. Cayce was explaining that animal consciousness is real, valid, and complete. However, it operates in a different mode than human awareness. Dogs perceive the world differently. They think differently. They experience reality through a lens that we, with our human-centric perspective, can barely imagine. Their souls are not inferior. Rather, they are distinct souls governed by different rules, existing in a unique alignment with the divine. This introduces a concept known as the group mind, a recurring theme throughout the Cayce readings. According to Cayce, animals function through a collective consciousness, which we typically call instinct. Yet this shared awareness does not mean they lack individuality. Any pet owner knows that each animal has its own distinct personality, its own quirks, and its own way of expressing love. Consequently, animals are always in perfect harmony with their true nature. Unlike humans, who can become twisted by ego, corrupted by fear, or led astray by false beliefs, animals remain entirely true to what they are. A dog never pretends to be something it isn't. A cat never wears a mask. They are completely authentic in every moment. It is this inherent authenticity and purity of being that enables them to act as such profound healers in our lives. Consider the moments your dog seemed to instinctively know when you required comfort. Recall how they leaned against you in your sadness without being asked, and how they rejoiced in your happiness as if it were their own. This is no mere coincidence. It is a soul fulfilling its true purpose. According to those who study Cayce's work on animals, our pets enter our lives guided by sacred contracts. They are not here by mere chance. They select us, or we choose one another, because there is work to accomplish, wisdom to gain, and love to share. Your dog may be guiding you toward patience and steadfast loyalty. They teach you to inhabit the present moment, to love without conditions or demands, and to discover joy in the simplest pleasures, a walk, a meal, a brief instant of connection. These are not trivial teachings. They are the profound lessons our souls came to earth to master. Sometimes our greatest teachers come on four legs, offering signs that they are still with you. Now let's discuss something that brings profound comfort to anyone who has lost a beloved pet. the signs of their enduring presence. Many people who have studied the Cayce material, combined with modern research in animal communication and after-death contact, report that our pets continue to reach out to us after they have passed. Have you ever sensed your departed pet's presence? You might have heard the familiar click of their nails on the floor, or felt their weight on the bed even though they are no longer physically there. Perhaps you caught a glimpse of movement in your peripheral vision, right where they used to sit. Such experiences are more common than you might think. According to experts in animal communication, a field that Cayce's readings actively validate, the souls of our departed pets often hover near us, especially in the period immediately following their passing. They want us to know that they are okay. They want us to understand that passing did not end their love for us. Edgar Cayce himself said, "Passing is only passing through God's other door." This applies to all souls, human and animal alike. Yet here is what makes after-death communication with animals unique. Recall what we discussed about animals lacking free will in the way humans possess it. The very quality that keeps them aligned with the divine during life also appears to make their afterlife connections purer, more direct, and unburdened by the doubts and fears that often cloud human spirit communication. When your dog visits you from the other side, they bring no hidden agendas or unresolved issues in the human sense. It is simply pure, uncomplicated love, continuing to flow across the veil between worlds. Some of the signs people commonly report include dreams in which their pet appears healthy, vibrant, and happy, often communicating a sense of reassurance that everything is all right. Individuals also experience physical sensations, such as the weight of a body on the bed, the brush of fur against a leg, or a warm presence in a favorite spot. Additionally, other household animals might behave strangely, looking at empty spaces, wagging their tails at nothing visible, or moving aside as if making room for an unseen companion. You may notice synchronicities, seeing their breed everywhere, suddenly discovering a lost toy, or hearing their name in unexpected places. Perhaps most beautifully, a new animal may enter your life that seems to carry the essence of the companion you lost. Because remember, according to Cayce, your pet can return, perhaps not in the same form or the same body, but the soul that loved you, the consciousness that knew you, can find its way back to you. Take a moment to reflect on that. That puppy in the shelter who locked eyes with you and refused to look away. That stray who arrived at your doorstep exactly when you needed them most. That animal who, from the very first moment, behaved as if they already knew you. They might just be an old friend, returned. Consider what this means for our lives. Now, I want to shift our focus from what happens after passing to how this knowledge impacts the way we live right now. If everything we have explored today is true, if your pet genuinely has a soul, if they truly chose you, and if your bond transcends death, then it fundamentally changes how we approach our relationships with animals. First, it means that every single moment with them is sacred. This includes not just the joyful or effortless times, but all of it, right down to those early morning walks when you would much rather stay in bed. The veterinary visits and messy cleanups, the aging process marked by slowing steps and graying muzzles, and even the final goodbye. All of it belongs to a soul contract, and every moment is meaningful. Second, it means your grief upon their passing is sacred. In a world that frequently dismisses pet loss as somehow less significant than human loss, this understanding validates what your heart already knows. This is not merely losing a pet. It is a soul's departure, a temporary separation from someone you love. Naturally, it hurts. It undeniably leaves a void in your life, and its impact deeply matters. Your sorrow is a profound tribute to the connection you shared. Third, and perhaps most crucially, it signifies that you can trust this love to endure. This is not some vague, wishful notion, but a tangible, grounded, and spiritually valid truth. According to the principles detailed in the Cayce readings, love is the ultimate force in the universe. It is, quite literally, indestructible. It transcends form, it transcends time, and it transcends passing itself. The love you share with your pet is an inherent part of that eternal force. This truth carries an additional meaning, one that many find profoundly comforting. You will meet again. Perhaps it will be in this lifetime, should their soul choose to return to you in a new body. Perhaps on the other side. once your own journey through physical incarnation concludes, or perhaps in ways and places we cannot currently comprehend. Yet according to everything Cayce revealed, souls that love each other will always find one another again. And there is profound healing power in this knowledge. Before we go deeper, I want to address a practical point that might be on your mind right now. How do we actually use this knowledge? How does understanding the spiritual nature of our pets truly help us in our daily lives? Dr. Doug Coven, a holistic veterinarian who has extensively studied the Cayce readings, makes a powerful observation. He asserts that recognizing the deeper dimensions of animal existence fosters a more complete healing mindset, not only for our pets, but for ourselves. Consider what this implies. When we treat our animals merely as physical entities, biological machines devoid of a spiritual dimension, we restrict both our bond with them and our approach to their care. Yet the moment we acknowledge that they possess soul attributes, everything transforms. Suddenly, the quiet moments spent with your pet are no longer merely pleasant. They become a profound spiritual communion. Suddenly, the sorrow of their passing is neither excessive nor shameful. It is a deeply fitting response to a soul's departure. And suddenly, the feeling that they visit your dreams or send you signs is no longer mere wishful thinking. It is genuine communication across dimensions. And there is something else, something that might truly surprise you. Supported by research that validates much of what Cayce proposed, the spiritual bonds we share with our animal companions genuinely enhance our well-being. Studies demonstrate that pet owners experience lower blood pressure, reduced stress, and stronger immune systems. And we tend to live longer, happier lives. However, from Cayce's perspective, this is not merely about chemicals and hormones. It is about what happens when two souls connect in love. Love heals. This is no metaphor, it is spiritual physics. As you sit beside your dog and experience that wave of pure, uncomplicated affection, energy shifts, healing unfolds, and both of you are elevated closer to the divine. Your pet is doing far more than merely bringing you comfort. They are actively engaging in the evolution of your soul, just as you are contributing to theirs. This is the sacred contract at work. It beautifully illustrates what happens when two beings choose to journey together, to learn together, and to love together. Passing is merely the close of one chapter so another can begin, a truth that skeptics often miss. I know some of you watching might be wrestling with skepticism. Perhaps you have been told your entire life that animals lack souls. Maybe the concept of pet reincarnation feels too good to be true, or perhaps you are simply afraid to hope. I truly understand that feeling. But let me ask you something. Have you ever gazed into your dog's eyes? Have you ever truly looked and not seen something there? Something that transcends mere biology? A presence that recognizes you, loves you, and knows you in a way that defies explanation? Does that essence have a name? It is called soul. The major religious traditions that denied animal souls operated within a distinct historical and philosophical framework. They were neither malicious nor foolish. Rather, they were constrained by their era and the necessity to establish definitive hierarchies between humanity and the rest of creation. Edgar Cayce transcended those limitations by tapping into what he termed the Akashic records, the universal memory of everything that has happened and all that ever will. This enabled Cayce to perceive profound truths, extending far beyond any single religious tradition. What he witnessed was truly beautiful. The revelation that all life is sacred, that spirit permeates matter at every level, mineral, vegetable, and animal. The creative force you might call God expresses itself through everything that exists. This includes your dog, the bird at your window, and the cat that chose to share your life. We are all woven into the same tapestry, threads in the same grand design, and sparks from the same divine fire. When you love an animal, you are not loving something separate from God. You are cherishing an expression of God, one of the boundless ways the divine has chosen to experience physical form. A love of this magnitude does not end. It cannot end because love is the essential tapestry from which reality is woven. This is a deeper truth. I want to leave you with one concluding reflection, a thought that transcends dogs, pets, and even the mystery of animal souls. What if the reason we cherish our animals so deeply is that they remind us of something we have forgotten? Reflect on that. Your dog exists fully in the present moment, and so should you. Your dog loves unconditionally, reflecting exactly how you were designed to love. Your dog trusts absolutely, and such trust is the true essence of faith. Your dog finds delight in the simplest things, echoing our inherent state before the world altered our perspective. Perhaps our pets are not merely companions on our journey. They may be divine teachers sent to remind us of who we truly are. Edgar Cayce dedicated his life to helping people understand that we are spiritual beings undergoing a physical experience. He taught that love is the force binding the universe together, that passing is not an ending, but a transition, and that all souls are on a journey back to the divine source from which they emerge. Your dog already knows all of this, not intellectually, but in a much deeper sense, through the way of pure being. And when you look into their eyes, truly look, something deep inside you remembers it too. That profound moment of connection, the sensation of being genuinely seen and deeply loved, is two souls recognizing one another across the dream of separation. It is the divine encountering itself in the mirror of another's eyes. This is what survives passing and what lives on eternally. So the next time you sit with your dog, scratching behind their ears and feeling the warmth of their pure presence, remember this: you are participating in something sacred. It is a bond never formed by chance. This is a love unconstrained by time, a bond that passing itself cannot sever. Your dog did not merely wander into your life, they found their way back to you. When their journey in this physical form concludes and you must say a temporary farewell, recall the wisdom Edgar Cayce taught us. Think of little Mona, who was once a lioness. Remember that souls journey together, and remember that love, real love, soul love, is the single force in this universe that truly endures. Passing away is merely stepping through God's other door. And on the far side of that threshold, they will be waiting for you with a wagging tail, just as they always did. If this video touched your heart, if it brought you comfort or instilled you with hope, please share it with someone else who might need to hear this message. Countless people are grieving their cherished pets right now, feeling isolated in their sorrow and wondering if it all just ended. It didn't end, it doesn't end, and it never will. Until we meet again, embrace your pets a bit tighter. Gaze into their eyes with greater depth. Remember, you are beholding an old friend, a soul that chose you across lifetimes for love. Heat, 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 heat.